Good morning, Professor Hilonga. Good morning,
sir.
Ruth.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you. Would you please like to introduce yourself first?
Well, you first. Ladies first.
Thank you. I am Ruth Lukwaro, Mrs. Hilonga. I am the CEO of Gongali Model Company. My background is in business administration. I did my master's in international business management and I'm practicing it. I am working with the nanofilter innovation and I enjoy what I do. I love it here in my country.
You did your MBA in South?
Yeah, I did my MBA in South Korea and I'm applying my knowledge now in my country.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's where we remember South Korea. My name is Askwar Hilonga. I'm a professor at the university called Nelson Mandela University here in Tanzania. I'm the inventor of a water purification system called nanofilter. I did my PhD in chemical engineering in South Korea along with my wife Ruth, and then when we returned to Tanzania we established this company called Gongali Model. It's an example, a model company that we have established here that has different products here: nanofilter, a water purification system, we have biogas, we have solar lanterns, we have an Inspire and Empower Center where we train people, new startups, and we have a lot of international collaborations with about 77 partners maybe around the world. So I can show you a chart of our partners. But the most important now, which is very current and very active partner, is the Blue Future Project from Germany. We are working with them. It's an amazing organization established by young people from Germany, led by Tibor, and they have Chris, Daniel, and several others. And we are so proud of them. We are growing. And I wonder if I have answered your question.
Yes,
I was introducing myself. My name is Professor Askwar Hilonga.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Ruth. Please, you indicated that you're the founder of a company. Could you please elaborate how it came to this engagement?
Well, so you mean which engagement?
To start the company.
Well, so when we were in South Korea, we got a lot of exposure in South Korea, where we see it's a developed country, many good things are happening. So we said, what can we do for our country when we return to Tanzania? So, and that is what I decided with my wife. Let's start an organization. So we started a company called Gongali Model and an NGO called Tanzania Human Development Foundation, in short, TAHUDE Foundation. So, and the intention was that we wanted to provide our society with an opportunity to participate in economic development by using innovations, technological innovations that are coming from our own school, from our own study, our own invention. So we wanted to make impact to our people, to create jobs, to empower our people. And that's why we have an Inspire and Empower Center where we inspire people and empower them, the local people. We create opportunities and for them. So Ruth, what else do you think why did we start the organization?
Yeah, for me, I can bring it maybe to the family level, taking us back to South Korea when I was doing my master's and he was doing his postdoctorate, and the way we viewed the South Koreans, yes, the country is developed, but they are very hardworking and they are very cautionary with the resources that they have. That hardworking spirit really triggered something in our hearts, that this development does not just come. It comes from the hard work of the people of the same community. So this one really taught us something, that we have something to do in our countries, because no one will bring development in our countries. We are the one to do the hard work. So when we then right from South Korea, we decided that we will have to do something when we go back home. But what is it? It was a lot of debate inside the house. You know, you're a scientist, and then he's telling me you're a business person. So if I am developing a technology, if I want to take it to the market, we played around that way. And when we came to Tanzania, then we were like, we had that eager to train our people on entrepreneurship and business, but we decided that we start a company that can show an example, can also teach us what it takes for someone to start a business. And that's how Gongali Model was born.
Yes, sir.
Lovely story.
Thank you.
as I understand, it's not that you started the company yesterday then, so it was a long path to be where you are now.
Yes.
You have like 20-something employees here. You have something like over 100 business partners. You have been running a lot of different international collaboration projects. So could you elaborate what kind of challenges you faced on this path?
Well, our challenges have been changing with time. At the beginning, the challenge, of course, the big challenge was to settle back to Tanzania after testing good life in South Korea. That by itself is a challenge, but we love our people, we love our country, so we had to settle. But then we came up with this invention of nanofilter, but it was difficult to introduce to people. Technology itself is challenging, so it was headache step by step. And then to establish a company, it's very expensive to buy the land, to build a company, to establish a team and so on. But as I'm talking to you today, 11 years after we established this company, 11 years, now our headache is the structure as we grow. Because we want to grow now from our region in Arusha, we want to go to Mwanza, to other neighbor countries, Kenya, Zambia, and other places. But the team, how to grow, what kind of manager we should have. Should it be a regional manager, or he can manage from here, or everywhere we go we should have a manager? Will he have an accountant? And everyone in this structure is very challenging to get the right people for the right job. So it's our headache now, but fortunately we are working with partners who are also understanding our situation. We cooperate, we solve our challenges together. The issue is that we want to scale up to make bigger impact, to reach more people. That's what we are doing now.
Yeah, okay. On the side of challenges, I can say that from the foundation, there are so many things that you do not know when you start a business. You just have that passion, and you know the impact that you want to put in the community. But the way and the path, it's true that you don't really know which way to go. We didn't know in the beginning, is it right that we register a company so early? Or we just start a pocket company, we just put the impact and off we go. I can remember in the beginning we didn't even have an office. We started with our files in our home. And okay, when do I now start exposing my business very well and putting an office and now registering everything properly? This one was achieved through like a number of even in the international exposures that you mentioned. I can remember the thing that really pushed us to quickly register our company, as much as we were doing these small activities, is when I got an opportunity to go for the Young African Leaders Initiative. It was an initiative by Barack Obama, and now we were supposed to go with something that you will learn how to grow it.
So that was in Wisconsin?
I did it in Wisconsin for 7 weeks. That was a great exposure.
US, yeah.
So meeting with other African fellows, visiting different businesses, small, big businesses, family businesses. I cannot forget a family business that was 100 years old. And that one gave me America. The courage.
Yeah.
So we registered our company very quickly. So when I go there, I know that I'm learning about a family business because I am starting a family business. Yeah. So international collaborations are really a great thing because you get an enormous exposure. Some skills you may not even apply them immediately, but 5 years, 10 years, when you meet with a challenge, you recall back, I met with someone, I met with this business, and it gives you the courage to move forward. It gives you the skills to keep moving. So that one I can say it is one of the things that it was a challenge on how to start, but grabbing opportunities that come for learning, it really helped us a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you a lot. Maybe two questions I would have that might interest our audience in the Saarland region, the southwestern region of Germany. One is the issue, you know, like Germany now is falling back into really dramatic problems with Corona, COVID-19. What was your experience with COVID-19 in Tanzania? As I want to refer to one thing many people might not know in Europe, that East African countries at least have a old culture of hygiene, like to wash their hands before eating food, etc., etc. This might be one of the reasons why it was not spreading like it was expected. Can you tell us a little more about your experience within the last 2 years with COVID-19?
Okay, maybe I can speak. Okay. Yeah, with COVID-19, I can say that one of the things that really helped us was also our economic situation, that many people don't live on very big savings. Our land is good, it's beautiful. You can have a garden around you. So many people don't live on big savings. So it was even difficult personally to decide to close and not move out. So the solution is to take precautions, to take the necessary precautions. If it's hygiene, increase your hygiene, because there's no like you don't see the possibility of closing down.
So we did not lock our country.
There was no lockdown. Yeah. And you could look around and think of how do we start to lock down? Yeah. I personally, I had around 100 people who are working in our water kiosks.
Yes, and we did not
who
close.
At least on daily basis, they sell, they have something to eat on that day. So I thought, I gave it a thought many times, like, okay, if I announce a lockdown on my business, how many people will call me and tell me how do I pay my rent? What do I do, this and that? So that one was one of the things that really gave everyone a thought that what we have to do here is just to take precautions. And you mentioned the issue of hygiene. Yes, we even eat with our hands. So washing hands is part of life. Yeah. We interact with nature so much in a way that you just have, and we use water a lot. I can say that one is another very big difference with us here. We use water a lot to wash our hands, like every now and then you have to wash your hands. You cannot set a table without giving someone water to wash their hands. It is even in our culture, it is respectful when a visitor comes. The mother of the home holds a jug and a vessel, and you help your visitor to wash their hands. That's a way of showing respect to your visitor. So those are some of the things that may have contributed to COVID-19 not spreading so much. And another thing is the kind of food that we eat. We eat natural food. Just yesterday I was talking with my visitors, right? My freezer is almost like, I don't use it much. It's almost empty all the time because I love fresh food. I eat my vegetables from my garden. We have our tea. We have our herbal tea. Part of it are those things that were mentioned to help with COVID-19. It's part of our food that we eat, fresh from our farms.
So your food was medicine?
My food was medicine, I can say. Creating that immunity, it was part of us.
Yes.
But all in all, yeah, we are sorry with what has happened globally. We took precautions. It is not that COVID-19 was not in East Africa. It was there. But the spreading was not as much. And we also have like a young, energetic population. That's another big thing that has also really contributed to us going through COVID-19 with no much torture. I personally did not close my business at all. Yes. There was no point that we closed our business.
And our home was open everywhere, many people here in and out.
Yeah.
But above all, we thank God. Some people don't believe in God, but we really thank God that we prayed, we played our part, because God is not also telling us to just blindly believe, but there are those precautions we followed, we played our part, we took care of our health, and finally we thank God we are surviving. And there are people who have put a lot of politics into this vaccination thing and what. I and my wife, we are vaccinated with this Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And we are healthy, we are not zombies, brother. Zombies? No, maybe no zombies. So we are okay, but I think people have put a lot of politics into this vaccination issue. I don't know why. because it's not first. I did public health also, maybe I did not mention to you. So we know in public health the value of vaccination and how people have been resisting this for any kind of vaccination, polio, whatever. People normally resist, and it is there is some ignorance in it. But I am sorry if there is another business and bad intention behind that I cannot explain. But vaccines are good, and we have taken it, and it's good. It's a good protection. So we are grateful. We have passed through this corona era.
Thank you. This might be some advice for European countries too. Let me go to one present issue pressuring the global community. It's the climate change. There's a lot of talk. There was the COP26 now in Glasgow, where European nations, the northern European nations, pushed Africans a lot to resist the use of wood and coal and gas. What is in your experience? Does the climate change affect your country, affect the region, and what you're expecting the future to be?
Yes, indeed. The climate change is affecting. I can easily refer to my short life. I am 45 years now. But when I was young, in this month, brother, we will have been almost about to harvest the first round of crops. Rain begins in October, so by December, January, we get the first batch of crops, the first season, then another season comes. But you have been here, you see, rain is very challenging, so the weather has changed, and some areas are becoming desert, some the floods and whatever. So there are many challenges. Our country is also heavily affected. What I'm concerned is the way the world is tackling this challenge. I think it cannot be tackled like through discrimination, like poor countries should do what rich countries will do. This is a problem. It has faced humanity. So I think the solutions will also be an open-ended, flexible solution for the global community. And for example, what? If we want to go to renewable energy, let it be promoted globally. Even on the African side, we can't just stop using our coal, for example, while these developed countries develop through their resources like coal. Now we have our coal. Why do you prevent us from using our coal now? We need to be developed. So if you want African nations to not use the coal and destructive technologies, then cut down the price of solar, cut down the price of these renewable energy solutions. Of course, we have our solution here like this biogas. Finance it. Let's get more finances for renewable energy. Again, not only for Africa, but for all developing countries. And those developed countries, let them cut down their expenditure on the destructive technology. I don't know, what can I say? I don't want to go into politics. But it is like your home. It is burning out. What will you do? You don't blame this child or that or your wife or your husband. You go and solve a problem. And the solutions are available. I think as a global community, we can implement those solutions that are already proven. Let's go green.
Thank you for that. Just to tell our audience that you have 2 kids, and looking both of them really smart and lovely kids. Both of them looking into a bright future on the continent.
Thank you.
Let us maybe finalize with asking you what you are expecting, what are your wishes in terms of collaboration and dealing with globally, with the global community, and especially with our small region of Saarland in the southwestern part of Germany.
Well, let's start with Saarland. So in Swahili maybe we say it's like Saarland. But so the proper pronunciation is Saarland. So greetings, the people of Saarland. So what do you want to do with them?
Yeah,
that's where the Blue Future Project is coming from.
I know. I think we are already doing something with them, because we are already working with the young people from the region, and they have already shown us that there's a great potential there, and we are sure that us and the Blue Future have found a common mission. And we are sure there are so many other young people, young professionals here in Tanzania who would wish to get such a match with the people of Zaland. And what I can say is that us as young professionals, with the benefits that we have gotten from the Blue Future project and with the exposure that we have received all through, we can start even a platform to connect the young professionals in Tanzania who will wish to get another match, because not everyone in Zaland will match with our mission, and Blue Future cannot match with every young professional here. But that matching, I think we are open to be pioneers of such a platform,
like a role model.
Yes, we know that there are many young people also in Zaland who would wish to get an exposure of Tanzania, what is happening in Tanzania, and how they can even grow their career, grow their professions, grow some business with Tanzanians. A global, the world is a small community now. So when we meet and talk, the way we talk with our Blue Future team here, we exchange ideas, we disagree and agree, we bring ideas together, and we make our world a better place to live. We make someone's life a better life. So I really wish this impact to be expanded to many other young people from Zaland and other young people from Tanzania. We are open for that.
Thank you. That sounds good. Thank you for this interview. Would you like to say goodbye in Swahili?
Yeah, kwaheri.
Karibu Tanzania.
Karibu Tanzania. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata.
Yeah.